Hearty congrats, Madhav, for getting visa for your PhD program. So, could you please let us know about yourself and the university where you're going ahead?
My name is Krishna Madhav Nukara, and I have completed my BSc Honours in Biotechnology from Gidam University. I have graduated in 2017 summer, and I have secured a admission in PhD program in Integrated Biology at the University of Iowa. I'll be going for the fall 2017 program. I've also secured a full tuition scholarship and full funding, along with a stipend of around $20,000 per year. So actually, this program is mostly research based. So I had to undergo a couple of interviews, Skype interviews, so where they assessed my profile completely. And coming to my GRE scores, I have scored around 311 out of 340. And the AVA score is 4.0, and I have secured a TOEFL score of 111 out of 120. So I guess these scores have helped me secure admission in this university, and also along with my research experience at various institutes during the summer during my undergraduation. So I guess these actually helped to build up a profile, and that helped me secure this PhD admission at the University of Iowa.
That's pretty good. That's congrats once again for all your achievements.
Thank you.
So, how did you came to know about IFS?
Actually, my brother has gone through IFS to the US. He has done his MS in chemical engineering at the University of Tulsa. So along with my brother, another cousin of mine in the same field of biotechnology has gone through IFS, has consulted IFS, and has secured admission there at the University of Nevada, Reno. So that's how I got to know about IFS.
Okay, pretty good. So, since how long you people know about IFS?
Since my brother has been 4 years since he's gone to US, so I guess for 4 years.
So, how is your brother doing now?
He's actually he's on his job trials. He just completed MS last year, so he's currently on his job trials.
Pretty good. So, how do you feel about the services of IFS?
Well, I should say they have played a huge role in me getting such an admission. I actually like the flexibility that you guys provide, because as a PhD candidate or as an MS candidate, we mostly, and since I'm going to the field of biology, I believe that we need a lot of flexibility in choosing our research and choosing the department and faculty there. So IFS has given me the flexibility in letting me, they have given the list of universities, as well as I have prepared my own list. So they did not have any problems in me giving a list of universities. So we have collaborated together along with my counselor. So we came to a final list of universities, depending on the faculty and all. That's the flexibility that I like very much about IFS.
So, how many universities have you applied for?
I have applied for 7 universities, out of which I have secured admission for 2 of them. One is for MS and the other is for PhD program. So since I want to do a PhD, I have decided to go for that university.
So, are you satisfied with the universities list provided to you, and then with all the other works related to the application?
Yes, absolutely. To begin with, they have given a very flexible list of universities. I've applied for 2 PhD, the 2 PhD universities, and the rest 5 were for MS. Mostly my target was actually for MS, because getting a PhD is actually difficult, because I've just completed my bachelor's. But still, the counselors, they gave me the confidence. It's okay, you apply for a couple of PhD universities, let's see what happens. And luckily I got through.
Okay, so you got full funding, and then you're going to get a monthly stipend also, I guess,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, how was the total admission process for this particular university where you're going ahead?
The admission process was pretty easy. I mean, the counselors handled it, the admission staff handled it. So my part was actually very less. I just had to come to IFS once a week to review the application process. That's it. So everything was taken care of IFS, and most of it was online. Only a couple of universities had to send the transcripts and all by post. So it was pretty easy, because since IFS handled it, it was easy for me.
How do you feel about the cost factor that is involved in the entire process, and do you feel that IFS charges are more when compared to other consultants?
Actually, I have no idea about the other consultants, but it seems pretty reasonable for me, because I didn't pay for many of the services. Like, I didn't avail most of the services, only a few of them. But to those services that I have benefited from, I feel that it was reasonable enough, because you guys don't charge extra for applying to university. You just take the money that is uh, mentioned in the website, the university website, only that. So I guess there's no extra charges uh, made by you.
So you people, in the sense, in your family, you people have witnessed processing of two siblings.
Yes.
So what changes do you feel at that time when compared to that time to this time? Any changes that you people feel in the service, in terms of services or financial aspects?
Actually, like this time I did not take any loan, so that was the difference I have found. Like because there's not much financial involvement, there's not much financial part of it, and the other reason is that the dollar price has increased. That's one major factor, and the other is that my brother is a different field. He's from chemical engineering, and myself was from biotechnology. So the choosing of the universities was a bit different. For him, it was like I felt like he did not depend much, like he did not do the much work of himself. Like I was completely worked on behalf of him. Like for me, I had to do a bit of my own work. Like since I was going for a PhD and a research program, I had to do a bit of my own homework before coming to IFS. So that was the difference.
Okay, good. So have you faced any hurdles in the visa process?
Visa process, yes. It was a bit of tension. Maybe because of the research program that I'll be going to. I was put in administrative processing. It took almost 5 weeks to process, and I was finally issued my visa. And those were the only hurdles. But immediately after my visa interview, I contacted my counselor Fanisa, and he got me through the various steps, like told me what to do and how to go about it. So
It's
asking
pretty
me
good.
questions. Yeah, they get me asking questions like how do these because most of these students who join in life sciences, they're funded by some part or the other, like an assistantship or other research
Grant scholarships,
research fellowships or something. So most of it is funded. So they got to know about it, like that these kind of things exist, and also we just don't go about GRE scores and TOEFL scores or just the university rankings. A lot more of the profile also depends in our field. So I guess
What are
they
the
learn-
major factors, factor variation will be there when it comes to the part of admission when compared to engineering graduate to a life science graduate?
Yes. Well, one thing is they see the research experience. So research experience matters a lot. They give a lot of weightage to that, and GRE score is just other part. So mostly they'll be focusing on this and the academics and any publications or whatever projects we have completed during our graduation. These are the main things they focus and give a lot of weightage. Even in my case, I felt that was the reason that I got admission. So in this process, actually, IFS has learned a lot. Like they have learned a lot from me. I have learned a lot from them. It was a mutual benefit. So I guess the students who are coming next, they won't face a hurdle. Like students who are interested in going abroad to life sciences, I guess they won't face any problems anymore.
Okay. Any other suggestion?
No, that's it.
So overall, how do you rate the services of IFS?
I would give an 8 out of 10. That's for sure.
So we are lagging by 2.
Yes, because I myself faced a bit of hurdles while choosing the university. That was the only problem, and during the admission process.
Okay. So have you ever noticed any, maybe your father may be able to answer this question much better.
Okay.
So any difference while your brother was getting his application done and then at the time when you come here, what sort of, is there any sort of difference in IFS processing or any charges or kind of thing?
I don't know about it. Like I had no idea at that time what happened, but I just he was most of the time he was coming here and doing it all by himself. So
Okay then.